My name is Dr. Garner. I'm a neurologist and since almost 25 years I'm managing as the chief doctor a clinic in Badgriesbasch named KWA Klinik for neurologic and geriatric rehabilitation. Here we are treating patients mainly with multiple sclerosis, with stroke, with Parkinson's disease, but also children with CP, people which had brain trauma, and all types of pain syndromes which have an origin with the damage of nerves, maybe prolapse in the spine, etc. So I was quite excited when in the year 2004 I heard from a friend that she has been in a clinic Ayushakti in Bombay, where she saw quite a lot of patients with multiple sclerosis from all over the world, which were coming regularly there and which were very happy about the therapeutic results they could get with the Ayurvedic treatment, especially with the Panchakarma treatment there. Since we are using a lot of therapies of the alternative type, I was excited to hear from some new therapies from the Ayurvedic medicine which could help patients with multiple sclerosis. So I met doctors of the Ayushakti team in Munich to discuss this problem, and they invited me to come to Mumbai and have a look personally to the type of treatment they were doing there. So in winter of the year 2004 I went there. I did my own Panchakarma treatment there, where I was quite happy, especially with nice results on my slightly elevated blood pressure and my general well-being. And indeed I saw quite a number of multiple sclerosis patients which were coming from Canada, from Australia, South Africa, from Austria, to Ayushakti sometimes even since many years, and all these patients reported that the course of their disease under the treatment with Ayurvedic methods, especially with yearly Panchakarma treatments, was very nice. So because of the fact that patients with multiple sclerosis, they do not tolerate heat very easy, and also because of the fact that many of them are handicapped, maybe sometimes wheelchair bound, so for them it is difficult to come to Mumbai. The medical team, the doctors team of Ayushakti, they agreed that we can transfer the exact Panchakarma treatment with the help of Ayushakti to our clinic in Badgriesbasch. It took another 2 years, and in 2006 we had our first Panchakarma treatment course with patients with neurological diseases in our hospital, with exact the same treatment as it was done in Mumbai. So we had a doctor's team which were capable of the science of pulse reading. We had therapists from Ayushakti. We had all the oils, the tablets and all the medicines from Ayushakti. The results with this treatment was so nice, so that we could continue this treatment every winter for some month here in Badgriesbasch. What patients did we treat? Primarily, we had originated this treatment with patients with multiple sclerosis, so quite a number of our patients had this disease, but also we had patients with many other chronic, mostly neurological diseases, maybe Parkinson's, polyneuropathia. We had patients with back pain, with different types of muscular disorders, but also patients with internal diseases like problems with the thyroid. We had patients with macular degeneration, very difficult to treat diseases, this disease in Germany. I may report one special case. I remember one of our first patients was an 85-year-old lady which had macular degeneration very badly, so that she was not able to read anymore, what was very bad for her. After 1 week of Panchakarma treatment, she reported, said, "Hey doctor, is it true that from my window I can see a church with the tower?" I said, "Yes, you're right, there is a church." "Doctor, my eyes are getting better." And at the end, after 4 weeks, she was able to read normal newspapers, what gave a very big, good portion of life quality to her. Then she was coming every year in winter to our Panchakarma treatment, and up to the year 2013, she was able to read newspapers, books, only that at that time she was good, over 90 years old. At that time she said, "Doctor, I think now my eyes get bad again. I'm not anymore able to read." And in 2013, finally we could not get her back reading again. But she had many years of good life quality, and all this due to this Panchakarma treatment. And not only she was very happy about it, also her eyes doctor who was treating her in Munich, she hardly could believe that that could be happening. We had another 2 patients with macular degeneration where also results were nice, however not so good as in this lady. Now I may say that we are very happy that not only that we have the Ayushakti team every winter in our clinic for doing 2 batches of this Panchakarma treatment. Also we appreciate that if we have any question in concerning Ayurvedic treatments, we can have close telephone contact to the team of the Ayushakti doctors. So the patients, not only in winter but the whole year, are very happy with this type of treatment. Well, today I want to tell you about some personal experience with the Ayurvedic medicine, especially with the type of Panchakarma treatments which is done in Ayushakti Klinik in Bombay. As I have already told, since 2006 we have a close cooperation with the Ayushakti Klinik in Mumbai, so that we are able each year to perform Panchakarma treatment in winter with the doctor's team of Ayushakti and the team of therapists of Ayushakti in our clinic. I myself, I have been often to India in Bombay to organize these treatments and also to improve my knowledge about Ayurveda. Once in the year of 2013, I came to Ayushakti, and 9 months before I have been fallen on my right shoulder, and I became a so-called frozen shoulder. This is a very painful syndrome. I only was able to lift my arm almost to the horizontal level. After that it was very painful to lift the arm furthermore. This had bad consequences not only for my daily personal life, to use jackets and all these things. So when I tried to play tennis, what I loved to play, it was very painful, and finally I lost any game because I was not able to hit harder. Anytime my shoulder was very painful, and even it got worse and worse. In spite of any therapy I was trying. I have been to orthopedic doctors, I have been to physiotherapy, everything I was trying. Also, my sleep was disturbed because I could not lie on my painful shoulder. And when I did it during sleep, I awoke and my sleep was disrupted. So life quality has been reduced quite markedly. Then in 2013, I visited Ayushakti again for business purposes to organize our treatments here, and I had some time. So Dr. Smita Naram and the doctors team of Ayushakti, they organized a Panchakarma treatment specialized on especially this painful shoulder. And after this, I think it was 3 weeks or 4 weeks treatment, my symptoms were much better. Now I could lift my arm almost up there. Before it was stopping, and now you can see it is now about 2 years. I'm now able to be completely pain-free using the Ayurvedic herbs, using treatments, and using the Ayurvedic diet what I got explained by the doctors team of Ayushakti. So I have been very happy about this result, and I can recommend Panchakarma treatment and Ayurvedic therapy from my own experience to any pain syndrome which is very bad.